I own a Drake Cutlass Black and wanted to try out some ships for reference, and to decide if I wanted to upgrade to a medium fighter or not. So I spent some time racing and doing some space battles to acquire enough REC to get a Buccaneer and a Hornet F7C. Here's a video of the 3 ships in my air review hangar. The Cutlass is my ship of choice. When the concept came out, I wanted it. It just looked cool and seemed like almost everything I wanted for the persistent universe. Beds to sleep in, cargo is decent, and it has a turret if someone wants to jump in and blast away at enemies. It is a basic multi-crew capable ship, but is not required to have a multi-crew in order to do well. The ability to throw a Drake Dragonfly in the back was also a big selling point for me as well. Now, I considered trading it for the Hornet at one point, but wanted to test fly the Hornet before I made that plunge, and I'm glad I did. While I like the Hornet's better maneuverability, the lack of cargo and the lack of ability to have friends come along for the journey were definite drawbacks. But I really like the idea of a medium to heavy fighter to pack more punch in space battles. But I think with the way I plan to play the game, with some exploration and possible trading, as well as the fighting, lends itself more to a ship like the Cutlass. The Buccaneer, I definitely liked its get up and go. It accelerates very quickly, which is pretty good for racing and dogfighting. It's a very maneuverable ship as well, but again, the Cutlass is still my preference for all-around usage. But I would like to have a Buccaneer on the side. The way the Buck looks, flies, and fights makes me want one at some point. But I think I'll wait until the game releases before I buy one to store in my hangar. For those days I just want to blow stuff up. The shields are just too weak, and like all fighters, it has no beds or cargo capacity to speak of. In Battle Royale, I found the Hornet to definitely withstand the hits better than the Buck, due to its shields. But I got kills faster with the Buck, and if I played more of a strike and run with the shields when the shields go down style, I could last much better. The Hornet definitely needs an upgrade to its weapons to pack a punch, while the Buck seems to do quite well unmodified, at least for me. I did much better in battles with the Buccaneer, at least getting some kills, whereas with the Hornet, I would do a lot of damage and someone else kept getting the final hits on me. Maybe it was just bad luck, but it felt like it needed more punch. Now, it's been a while since I've used my Cutlass in Battle Royale, but I remember not doing well against all the Sabres and Hornets everyone flies in that mode. It's just not fast enough or packing enough of a punch to cut down the enemies quick enough to survive several fighters coming up after you. In a one-on-one with some good flying, it can do well, and even get some kills, but it is not built as a pure fighter like the other ships. It may well be that I need more time to fly the Hornet, as I have spent a little more time with the Buck in game. Or it may be that the Buck's faster speed lends more to a hit-and-run style of play that I mentioned earlier. I haven't played a lot of multiplayer, so my thoughts on this topic may change as time goes by. I definitely want a pure fighter ship to add to my arsenal at some point. And so far, the Hornet and the Buccaneer are the first 2 I have spent much seat time with. I did have the Gladius for a short time, but did not like it, although I see it as getting an upgrade in 3.0. I like the idea of a medium to heavy fighter more so than the light fighter, however. I would like the longer range. The Buccaneer overall just felt good to me, and how it flies, perhaps a bit too jerky in maneuverability compared to the smoothness of a Hornet. But there's also a certain charm to the beast that I liked. To each their own, I guess. That's the reason they are making so many ships, for differing styles of play and different tastes and aesthetics as well. Thanks for watching and listening to me ramble about my thoughts on these 3 ships. I try to keep the videos simple and short, under the 10-minute mark to cut down on rehashing information that other channels do much better than mine. But I do like to voice my opinion nonetheless, and welcome anyone who disagrees or agrees with me. Leave a comment, tell me I suck at this, or give me ideas for a new video format. I have some ideas for different types of videos other than the simple opinion pieces, but I haven't exactly worked out what yet. Thanks again, and happy hunting.